Hi, my name is Dyrene, and I became addicted to having kids at age 17. I couldn't get enough of them until it all fell apart. It all started after I dropped out of high school. I was 17 with no job and parents who were struggling to provide for me and two younger sisters. So, as the oldest one, I needed to figure something out and start pulling my own weight. But the vicious cycle of having no experience and no job without it made me desperate. That's how I got seduced into having kids. I met Joseph at an unemployment agency. He was very chatty. He told me about this fertility clinic where he worked as a donor. Kinda TMI, but we were strangers, so who cares? Then he told me that women make a lot more money. I was interested in it, so Joe offered to accompany me to the facility. I had to have known that this was all just too good to be true. Too much of a coincidence. But I was naive and desperate. At the clinic, I learned about being a surrogate mother. All I needed was to find someone who would pay for this expensive operation and want me as the incubator for their future heirs. Joe arranged for me to meet some of the couples. He also advised me that couples preferred girls who have a partner so they don't look abandoned. But I didn't have a boyfriend at that time. Joe was gracious about it and suggested pretending to be mine. To be honest, I was happy with the outcome, 'cause he was starting to grow on me. He was perfect. Maybe too perfect. So, anyway, the day to meet with the couple came. I started to doubt this whole endeavor. I was shy and barely even spoke. They were about to cut the meeting short, but then Joe stepped in. He knew just what to say to comfort them, and what they would like to hear. He talked so nicely about me and our fake relationship that I fell head over heels for him. So a few months passed with extensive examinations, taking supplements and vitamins, and my body was finally ready. Joe was with me all the way. All that was left was to break the news to my parents. I didn't have the guts, so I said I would be moving out of state to study. They were super excited and proud of me. Never did they even ask what I would be studying. That's how simple my folks are. It was going so smoothly. I never would have imagined the way all of this would turn out. Anyway, now I needed to find a place to stay. Once again, Joe found us a cozy house in the suburbs with affordable rent. No one had ever taken care of me that much. I asked Joe why he was helping me so much. He stumbled for a second and confessed that he loved me. So there I was, pregnant, living in a house with a white picket fence with my boyfriend. It was more than I had ever dreamt of. The couple visited us often. Joe persuaded them that I needed more sun, so they bought us an all-inclusive month-long trip to the Bahamas. I often sent photos from my travels to my folks. Before that, I hadn't left the state, and now I was having virgin mojitos on a beach with the man I loved. I loved the care and money we were getting from the couple, but sometimes I imagined it was our baby. I thought we could do that forever. But soon, it would all be destroyed. Well, we did it 5 more times. Operation, vacation, compensation. Joe was taking care of finances and I was delivering the babies. Except after each baby giveaway, I felt more and more hollow and depressed. But Joe was there to support me and helped me to keep going. After the 6th birth, I asked Joe if maybe it was time for us to have a kid of our own. He paused for 5 minutes. The silence became really uncomfortable before he finally said, "We will be able to have a kid anytime we want. Now it's the time to earn money for our future." So it was supposed to be the same all over again. But what followed, nobody could have predicted. Because it was my 7th time, they implanted way more embryos to have a successful pregnancy. After a few months, doctors predicted that I would have triplets. The couple was excited, and Joe said they would be willing to spend more on us. But at the next examination, the doctors said that I had 6 babies growing in me. That changed everything. The doctors were concerned for the babies, as they would be underweight and have health issues, and the pregnancy could have complications. The couple's stance also changed in an instant. They only gave the amount that was agreed on before the operation, stopped visiting me, and a vacation was out of the question. On top of that, Joe went missing. The landlord told me I needed to move out of the house because I hadn't paid enough money for rent. It turned out the couples were paying the rent for us, and Joe was just collecting the money that he was getting from me. Moreover, the couples broke all connection with me because Joe kept asking for money in my name long after. So now, I had to go back to my parents with no university diploma and very, very pregnant. They took me in without lecturing, except it was hard for them to understand how I could give my babies away. My term was coming to an end, and I was soon to be hospitalized, so my mom and I went to buy a few necessities at the pharmacy. And surprise, surprise, who do I see next to the clinic with another pregnant girl? I ran after Joe and wanted to confront him, but my water broke. My mom drove me to the hospital. The C-section had complications, and the babies were a bit light, but apart from that, all of them were healthy. The woman changed her mind when she saw the babies. The couple never saw me, and I never saw my sextuplets. After my rehabilitation, the news hit me. I would never be able to deliver kids. So there I was, 25, without bags of money, a decent job, or the possibility of raising a child of my own. And I never saw Joe again. But I often wondered how my babies are doing. I felt like I have so much love to give. It was hard to come to terms with it. But if it is love and care that I want to share with a kid, there are plenty of them who need that. So I went for adoption. And I couldn't be happier, for little Keenan is my bundle of joy.
Did you like this story? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Dear Diary as we post new stories every week.